Have you ever pondered the depth of the phrase, "I never knew you"? This seemingly simple statement, uttered by Jesus, has sparked countless discussions and interpretations across the globe. Its profound resonance transcends time, echoing through the corridors of history and into the hearts of many. Each word holds a universe of meaning, shrouded in mystery and begging for exploration. In the next few minutes, we will delve into the meaning and significance of each word in this phrase. Starting with the first word, I, often a simple pronoun but not in this context. In the realm of language, I is typically a self-referential pronoun designating the speaker or writer. However, when we delve into the biblical context, particularly in the phrase "I never knew you," this I takes on a much deeper and profound meaning. Here, I refers to none other than Jesus Christ himself. Now the question arises, why is this significant? To understand the importance, we need to appreciate the essence of Jesus' identity. He is not merely a historical figure or a religious leader. In the Christian faith, Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God, and the divine authority. Therefore, when he uses the term I, it is not just a self-reference, but also a declaration of his divine status. But there's more. The I in "I never knew you" is not just about identity, it's about knowledge and authority. In the biblical context, I is the one who knows the hearts and minds of people, the one who sees beyond the visible, the one who understands the true nature of things. When Jesus says I, he is speaking from a place of ultimate knowledge and complete authority. This is not about ego or self-importance. Rather, it's about the divine responsibility that Jesus carries. He is the judge and the shepherd, the one who guides and the one who corrects. He is the one who acknowledges the righteous and the one who rejects the false. His I carries the weight of divine judgment. In this light, the I in "I never knew you" is a testament to Jesus' divine position and authority. It is he who knows, he who judges, and he who ultimately decides. So when Jesus says I, he is referring to himself, the divine authority. This is not just a pronoun, but a declaration of his divinity, his knowledge, and his authority. It's a powerful word that sets the stage for the rest of the phrase, which we'll continue to unpack in the next scenes. Moving on to the second word, never, a term of absolute negation. Never. It's a powerful word, isn't it? Unlike most words, never leaves no room for interpretation or ambiguity. It is an absolute term, indicating a lack of occurrence at any time. There is no wiggle room, no gray area. When never is used, it signifies that something has not happened, is not happening, and will not happen. It's a complete and utter denial. But what does this mean in the context of the phrase, "I never knew you"? Why is this word never so crucially significant? Well, when Jesus uses the term never, it emphasizes a complete lack of knowledge or recognition. It's not that he once knew us and then forgot, or that he knows us a little bit. No, he is saying he never knew us. There was never a time when he had any knowledge or recognition of us. This is a powerful statement, one that resonates with absolute finality. The use of never here is not accidental. It is purposeful, intentional. It underscores the severity of the situation, the seriousness of the statement. It's not a casual dismissal or a temporary forgetting. It's a firm, resolute declaration of non-recognition. It's a wake-up call, a jolt to our complacency. The word never also brings with it a sense of permanence. It's not a temporary state of affairs. It's not a situation that can be easily reversed or changed. When Jesus says, "I never knew you," he's not saying, "I don't know you right now, but maybe I will in the future." No, he's saying, "I have never known you and I will never know you." It's a definitive, eternal statement. So you see, the term never is not just a word, it's a statement of absolute negation. It's a declaration of non-existence. It's a denial of recognition. It's a proclamation of unknowing. It's an affirmation of non-acquaintance. Thus, never here intensifies the statement by asserting a total lack of knowledge or acquaintance. Now onto the third word, knew, a term indicating past knowledge or familiarity. When we think of knew, we often associate it with past experiences, with something or someone we were previously acquainted with. It's a word that implies a certain depth of understanding, a familiarity born of past interactions. It's not just about recognition, but more about a profound intimacy or connection. However, when we dive into its use in the phrase, "I never knew you," the meaning of knew takes on a slightly different shade. In this context, it signifies a past state of non-recognition or non-acquaintance. It's not about forgetting someone you once knew, no, it's about never having known them in the first place. Think about it. How often do we truly know someone? How often do we fully understand their thoughts, their feelings, their motivations? More often than not, we only scratch the surface. We only see what they choose to show us. Now apply this concept to the spiritual realm. Imagine the depth of understanding, the level of intimacy required to truly know someone on a spiritual level. It is a knowing that transcends the physical, that delves into the very essence of the soul. In this light, knew in I never knew you refers to a profound spiritual connection, a deep understanding and recognition of the soul. And the absence of this knowing indicates a lack of that spiritual connection, that intimate familiarity with the divine essence of the other. This is why knew is such a significant word in this phrase. It's not just about a lack of recognition, but about a lack of spiritual connection, a lack of divine familiarity. It's about the absence of a profound understanding and acceptance of the other's divine essence. In a world where we often struggle to truly know each other, to truly understand each other's souls, this word serves as a powerful reminder of the depth of understanding, the level of intimacy required to truly know someone, to truly know their divine essence. Therefore, knew in this context signifies a past state of non-recognition or unfamiliarity. Finally, we reach the last word, you, a pronoun referring to the person addressed. Now, this may seem like a simple word, but in the context of this phrase, you carries a weight of profound significance. You is more than just a pronoun here. It's a direct reference, a pointed finger, a spotlight illuminating the person or persons Jesus is addressing. When Jesus says you, he is not speaking in abstracts or generalities. He is speaking directly to an individual, making the message both personal and specific. In our everyday conversations, we use you to address someone directly. It's a way of acknowledging their presence, their identity, and their importance in the conversation. And in this phrase, Jesus uses you in much the same way. By saying you, he is acknowledging the person he is speaking to, recognizing their identity, and emphasizing their importance in the conversation. But there's more to it than that. You is a mirror, reflecting back to us our own selves. When Jesus says you, he is not only speaking to the person in front of him, but also to each and every one of us. He is inviting us to see ourselves in the statement, to reflect on our own actions and beliefs, and to consider how the message applies to us personally. In this phrase, I never knew you, the word you acts as a bridge, connecting the divine I to the human you, and emphasizing the personal nature of the relationship between Jesus and humanity. It reminds us that Jesus is not some distant, abstract figure, but a personal savior who knows us, loves us, and wants to have a relationship with us. This is the power and the beauty of the word you. It brings the statement out of the realm of the abstract and into the realm of the personal, making the message not just a general truth, but a personal revelation. Hence, you brings a personal and direct aspect to the statement. Having dissected each word, we can now piece them together for a fuller understanding. As we've journeyed through this exploration, we found that the phrase, I never knew you, is laden with deeper meanings and perspectives. I, as used by Jesus, signifies a divine entity, an omnipotent being, the Alpha and the Omega. It's a reference to the authority that Jesus possesses, the power that he holds. Moving on to never, a term that denotes an absolute. It's not merely a statement about the past, present, or future. Rather, it's an all-encompassing term that signifies an eternal state, a timeless declaration that transcends the boundaries of our human understanding of time. Next, knew. This word goes beyond mere intellectual knowledge. It's about intimate, experiential knowledge, a profound understanding that can only stem from a deep personal relationship. Lastly, you. In this context, it refers to anyone who professes to follow Jesus but doesn't truly know him. It's a call to authenticity, a challenge to examine our own hearts and our relationship with him. So, bringing it all together, when Jesus says, I never knew you, it isn't a casual dismissal. It's a solemn declaration from a divine authority, expressing an eternal lack of intimate knowledge or acquaintance with the person addressed. In essence, I never knew you is a statement of divine authority, expressing a complete lack of recognition or acquaintance with the person addressed.